Hey YouTube, coming at you with the Legend Run in the Great League from AJ here, who used a team with Goodra, Jirachi, and Charizard, and has says, I've been running this team for a week and a half, including all Go Battle weekends, so I have learned the most meta matchups pretty well. The goal is to have Goodra soft lose, ideally with shield advantage for either Jirachi or Charizard to get some energy, and Charizard can sweep. The team has some problem Pokemon like Dedenne, Corsola, and Dusclops, but I can play around them if I'm careful. Okay, so Jirachi is the safe swap here. Yeah, yeah, something like Dedenne would be a little bit of an issue. You can confusion your way through that one, ish. Um, yeah, okay, let's take a look at the battles. Goodra into Pharaoh. So you have Thunder Punch coming at 10s, which is nice. Um, I think that... Is it 10s? Get a bait there, which just seems pretty easy to bait, knowing that this thing has Thunder Punch. Yeah, straight 10s. I did put it down properly. Get into next Aqua Tail against the Gastrodon, and Gastrodon is tough for this team, isn't it? You have a Steel, which would take super effective from the ground, and now you have a Flyer, which is using Ember, so your fast move isn't doing anything. And then you have to just go Air Cutter. Now, Air Cutter's not a good move, but from Shadow Charizard with the speed, it's not bad, right? Because it's just, you're so attack heavy. And with the Shadow combo and then just the spam, 8 straight 8s. Like, that's a nice combo here, right? So, get into another Air Cutter. Do grab a shield. You do have a shield left, but I think opting to let this go. It is a drill peck. You're gonna come Jirachi here. Probably gonna have to shield up the drill run. Holy smokes! I'll talk about how exhausted I am at the end of this video. Do shield up drill run. It is a Credilli going for the Doom Desire. It is super effective on the rock. So is Aura Sphere. So both moves super effective. Not quite enough to take out. Both moves are resisted. So just going to just get this out of here right away. Don't want to take any moves. Although you could, I assume, easily take a move. But one confusion is all you need for the Pharaoh. Primeape, going straight Jirachi. I mean, you got a confusion user and a flyer. Rage Fist will be super effective on the Psychic. So they do grab one shield, and now out comes Stunfisk. We'll have an Aura Sphere. This will chip, but I can't imagine anywhere near 50%. Yeah, wow. Stunfisk just has some bulk. Jirachi, non-stab on the Aura Sphere. I think it's more defensive heavy. Out comes Goodra, which has a good matchup. Thunder Shock and Discharge are resisted. Mud Bomb does chip. That's what makes this Pokemon pretty strong. I would try to get an Aqua Tail off before they get to a move. That's exactly what we're doing here. Getting this Aqua Tail off. This should take out. It's super effective. Out comes Goodra. Just did a little... What was that jump there? Corviknight. Going straight for the Thunder Punch. What are we? Is this just slow on the charge? Then we just slow on the swap that we just need to stay in. Goodra spamming the second Thunder Punch, really putting on some pressure on your opponent here. And they are not going to like what's in the back here. So CMP is huge. If it doesn't take you out, that's just an instant swap. And, can you take anything on a Shadow Charizard? This is one of the Pokemon when you use these types of Pokemon. Shadow Charizard, Shadow Scizor, these Pokemon that really do chip but are so glassy that you just kind of have to shield everything. And with the Primeape that cannot hit there's resisted fast moves, not going to do much. Goodra against Golisopod. They have to go X-Scissor. Does a lot of chip. Thunder Punch is super effective. Because it looks like you lose CMP here, going for the bait, so now you will now get to move before them. Yeah, the 10s are pretty spammy, but not even as spammy as the 9s and 8s. And because they spam... Ooh, nice catch. Ooh. Steelix is tough. Confusion resisted. Aura Sphere is super effective. You obviously Charizard Thunder Fang would be super effective. So we're just gonna come in here. Although the Embers would be super effective too, but that's not anything I want to mess around with. Although if they take you out here, well, okay, no, just Psychic Fang. So that's not doing anything to a Steel Psychic. That would be very double resisted, non-stab, and a terrible move. So does lower your and there is your Dusknoir. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. So at least you have a shield advantage because this thing's going to get to 2 moves here. There's the first shield. They're going to get to move here. 1 and catch. Look at you. Coming in with the 1 and catch like I often suggest you do. But man, these Shadow Punches are... Astonishes. Astonishes are really adding up here. Do get this off right away. Just need to get this out because these Astonishes are adding up way too quick. And you're already in the red, so damage may be done here. If this is... Hell, it's a Fury Cutter. Do they have a shield still? If not, this will take out. If they do, then you're going to lose. It does not, so do take them out. The fact that Fury Cutter, a double resisted move, was really chipping there is just shows you how bad it is. Okay, this is tough. Tough lead into Togekiss. Came into Jirachi as just save swap. Just met with obviously the Gastrodon, which is everywhere. Hit super effective with the Mud Slaps. Do chip it and will grab a shield here. I assume they commit to the full farm down just to keep alignment there. Still though, taking it to the deep red and grabbing a shield is not anything to be upset about. So gonna just take the moves here. It's just body slams. Most are running water pulse at this point, which is resisted. So just going for the body slams, but they are chipping down to the yellow. I mean, you could stand and throw a Thunder Punch. Peck is only neutral. Yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen here. We've already grabbed 1 shield. Might as well just try and grab 2 or chip this significantly lower. And to maybe put it in Ember range or definitely in CMP here and just take this out. You're gonna have to shield up anything that they throw at you. They do shield. Okay, down to 0 shields. We take that. Can you take out before they get to another move? I don't remember how much energy they have. A lot. Okay, so obviously not. Double shield here. Have to. What's in the back? It is a Ferret. So Blast Burn. Ferret's so bulky, I doubt this takes out. And then they're probably going to get to a... Oh, tried to snipe with the Dragon Breath. Heads up play, realizing that Ember probably is not going to take it out, and this Swift would take out the Charizard. Now able to farm down, and Togekiss have anything left? Nope. I was supposed to say, I'd be very surprised if it had anything left, considering it just dumped 2 moves there. So getting to the Air Cutter to take it out. Goodra into Guzzlord. This is probably tough because you don't have any charge moves for this. Aqua Tail's resisted, Thunder Punch is resisted. They're gonna have Brutal Swing, which is gonna chip. The spam on Brutal Swing is just as fast as your charge moves, so it's a pretty tough matchup for. Oh, geez, you want to chip it 1 more here. I think you have to because you have no answer in the back to this. Confusion is resisted. Ember's resisted. Coming in quickly, knowing that you could potentially get to an Air Cutter. Unfortunately, when you say swap a Flying Fire, if you have a Blastoise or a Carbink, it is basically instant deletion. So get deleted. Gonna come in here because they threw. You should be over farming these confusions at least 2 or 3 more. And there you go. Getting to 3 more. Correct. That is what you have to do when they got that first move off. If you could take it out before you're having to burn a Flamethrower shield, fine. But if you can't, then it's not worth it. Speak about not worth it. Brutal Swing here. I know this is going to be like a timing issue. 1-4 versus... Yeah... this is a tough one to take. And then just took a super effective Brutal Swing, and now Confusion's resisted, and now because they grabbed an Azumarill. I mean, I don't think you were going to win anyways, but your sort of timing on the 4 versus 3 allows them to get to Brutal Swing, which lands. It's super effective. kind of kills you, and then in the back was an Azumarill, which resists all your charge move. Anyway, oh no, Doom Desire would be neutral because it's half fairy. Could have gotten Doom Desire. But still, tough when you are taking solo. Okay, so you will win if they go Ice Beam here. I'm going to call the bait, and it is a bait, so that gives you a huge advantage. I don't know who wins CMP. Looks like Feraligatr. Probably worth shielding. Nope, gonna hope you live a Hydro. And you do live a Hydro, so this is pretty sweet. You've already grabbed one shield, and now you're gonna get a super effective Thunder Punch off. And take it out. So taking switch and shield. Brutal. Jirachi is gonna resist everything. Out in the back is a Moltres. This is just straight Blast Burn. No, what are we doing, man? Come on. You've already grabbed one shield. You're not even faking like you're going, oh, sorry. What are we doing? You know, this is truly a case of you know your matchups better. Then I was like, why are you throwing air cutters when you can just take this out with a Blast Burn and they have to shield? Because Charizard just got fully Sucker Punched down. So the only play, and you couldn't even get to a third air cutter. And third air cutter is 12 and Blast Burn is 12. Now you can talk about like throwing the extra move, maybe you get to it, but it would have been very close. So understanding why you played it the way you did there. Yeah, just tough. Doom Desire here, super effective. Your attack is lowered, and they will top left. Altaria, maybe bulkier than Goodra. Thunder Punch is neutral. I think Sky Attack would be a better move though. Dragon Breaths are adding up. Sky Attack, if it doesn't take you out, it won't take you out, but it'll put you in like the yellow or red. Yeah, there's the red. Gonna try and get another move off. Nope. Trying to catch a move. Met with a Feraligatr. Claws are super effective. So those are going to start adding up here. Getting off to Doom Desire. This will probably grab one shield. It is a Shadow Feraligatr. What do you do here? Could you get to a move with a Confusion Advantage? It's going to be close. They may get to the CMP here. Nope. So you do get to move. Either we'll grab the second shield or take out. With some energy, they're probably just going to go 2 more and throw. Or they're going to try and farm down. Okay, do catch on the Goodra. Charizard's going to come in. It is a Stunfisk in the back. Okay. Now we got to look at number 1 here. Unless you know this matchup that one Blast Burn doesn't take this out. But I've got to imagine that a Shadow Blast Burn is going to put this within Ember range. Like without the air cutter. No? You're not even like, first of all, they had no shield, so you didn't even need to fake it. But like, what are we doing, man? Why do we throw? You got to drop it in the comments there. The Moltres I'll let go because I don't think you could have actually gotten to 2 moves there. But there were shields down, and you didn't need to bait. You didn't need to throw a resisted terrible move. You had the Blast Burn right on ready there. I don't know why you did that. Okay. Kind of, yeah, okay. So staying in with Goodra because they're going to have an answer for fire. They have to. They're double weak to fire. They're going to have an answer to it. So you can't come Charizard because they're going to just destroy you. While at the same time, Jirachi does not have a good matchup. And oh man, save swap Jirachi just to get met by Ferret, which has Sucker Punch, which is super effective. Do have Doom Desire, sorry, Aura Sphere, which is super effective. But obviously these Sucker Punches are adding up. Swift and Trailblaze are resisted, but it will still chip, and Sucker Punch will just add up quick here. But you could grab 2 shields here. And you do, but your Goodra is low. Gonna force, okay. Maybe they lost track of energy here. Get into the Thunder Punch. It is the better damage per energy. I don't know about damage per energy, but definitely the damage move. And it is a Stunfisk. Okay, here we go. Okay, man. I'm assuming you know the matchups here because this is the second time that it's a WTF. Like, what are you doing? I'm going to go look it up on PV Poke now. Give me a battle of Charizard as a shadow. I'm not even going to talk about the matchups right now. You guys can just watch the matchups. I don't know what's going on here. Let me just see this Stunfisk matchup. Give Charizard the shield. Give Stunfisk no shields. Okay. That's why. You're right. Talk about knowing your matchups. One Blast Burn from a Shadow Charizard to a Stunfisk does 63%. So with the Embers and with that, you still leave them with like 40 plus energy. So you need to land a second move. Is Air Cutter? I'm guessing it is. Yeah, because we saw it. Okay. Yep, you're right. This is truly, and he's right in the introduction said, I know the matchups because I've played this out through the Go Battle weekend a bunch. And there you go. When you know, you know. So Charizard's going to come in. Going to get to the Air Cutter first here. Looking like it's going to try for CMP here. Enough to take out. Out comes the Azumarill into the Jirachi, and they come back in with, or I don't know about back in. I missed the first part because I was trying to figure out the stats over there. Doom Desire is neutral. Confusions are super effective. Poison's resisted. Earthquake will be super effective. So we're going to shield this up because Azumarill has, unless they're running Hydro, Azumarill has no moves. And because they know that you're going through that same analysis that I just did there, they know you're going to shield. So they do end up baiting. You do grab one shield back, or the second shield, which is nice because they're going to grab the second one for you on this Earthquake. And here is the Azumarill. We'll get to a Doom Desire here. Not enough to take out, obviously. The question is, will the second one take it out? Doesn't look like it. It looks like they may live with a few HP left on this one. Play rough lands, but it is resisted. Getting to the Doom Desire. After a couple confusions. And still not enough to take out. Charizard comes in to snipe with the Air Cutter. This will take out. And how much is left on the Cloud Sire? Nothing, right? Yeah, nothing. Guzzlord, again, kind of a tough one. So kind of see what happens here. Trying to just take this basically as low as you can because otherwise Jirachi and Charizard are going to have a brutal matchup in the back again, or like coming into this. Not enough to take, I mean, obviously not enough to take out. This time opting to shield a move. It is just a brutal swing. Maybe recognizing that having played the other matchup where you just recognize, like you have Ember and Confusion, which suck, right? So maybe recognizing that you need to shield one to be able to chip this low. Okay, well, they gave up switching to Scizor, which is pretty sweet. We'll have Night Slash. And yeah, I'm going to shield that just because Shadow on Shadow here. And just get the full farm down. If they come back in, you will have a couple. That sucks. So tried to throw a blind. In throwing blind, let a Crest get a full confusion off. Lucky for you, they did end up shielding the Air Cutter. This seems like one you need to catch ASAP here. So coming in, Jirachi. And yeah, we'll let them continue to farm for some reason because we need a move for that Guzzlord if it comes back in here. Getting off the Doom Desire, it is neutral. The charge moves are resisted on you. And yeah, this is a mistake, wasn't it? Well, you may be able to Ember down and get to a Blast Burn. Before the confusion registers, maybe here. Yep, 2 versus 4. You'll get that charge move off. I was about to say, knowing that the Crest does not have any moves of any threat to Jirachi, I feel like you just like over farm a ton there. But a 4-1 is enough to hit legend. And with that, yeah, with that hit legend. So congratulations. That is important. So if someone asks me, I don't answer this question often because I don't even, well, I do know because I'm actually running with the team right now. When do you change your teams, and would you run with the team if I wasn't a content creator? I would run with the team if I wasn't content creator. In fact, I am running with a team. I've used a team for 4 days now, and I've gone from 2,500 to 2,840 is where I'm at right now, with 450 sets in that run. I've got a team that works, and if you've got a team that works and you know the matchups, it makes it much easier to play. So I would definitely run with the team if you have one that somewhat works. Even if you I've gone 4 sets of 5-0, but I've had a couple 1-4s in there as well. But you know, when you know it works against certain things, and you can chalk up the losses to just like bad plays or bad alignment or whatever. I would run with the team as opposed to changing it. When do you change? I would change if you like think you got a team, but then you like get core broken by like a main thing. Like, don't be like triple weak to Gastrodon. Like that's a recipe for disaster sort of thing. That's when I would like punt a team. So it is Monday morning. I'm filming this late Sunday night. You'll notice I did not have a video go up. I'm glad I can finally go back to a normal sleep schedule. I've been watching the Blue Jays every night. Heartbreaking. I mean, if you don't like Toronto sports teams blowing leads in Game 7, then you don't like Toronto sports because that's what they do. Toronto sports teams notorious for choking the crap out of games, and that is unfortunately what happened with Game 7 last night. 13 runners in scoring position. 15 runners left on 3 for 15 with runners in scoring position. Just needing bad base running, just needing like a freaking deep fly ball with like 1 out and a run at third to win the game. Giving up home runs to the ninth hitter. Just like complete choke job. Like sure, you can give some credit to the Dodgers, but it truly is. If I was looking at that, it's like an 80% choke job from Toronto, 20% resiliency from the Dodgers there. I think Toronto just did what Toronto sports teams do, and then just choke it away. So I feel bad. I feel bad for the players. Like they really, like the World Series is one thing that takes a lot. You know, the Dodgers are repeating because they're just like handing out $1 billion paychecks like they're nothing over there. But it's tough. It's tough to get back to the World Series and win the World Series. So being up in the 9th inning just to lose in 9th inning Game 7, just to lose it, not knowing when you're going to be back, that's tough. That's tough for the team. But I'm glad I can go back to sleep now because I am exhausted between the 18th inning game that was up till 3 a.m. and even these other games, it's even when they go quick, it's still like 11:30, 12 by the time it's done, and then by the time I go to bed, it's like 12:31 and wake up at 6. So my body is hurting, but we'll get back on a sleep schedule here. Otherwise, event tomorrow that I'm covering this afternoon because the Pokemon is updated in PvPoke already, and it is the number 49th ranked Pokemon in the Great League. So new Pokemon dropping, that's a top 50 ranked Pokemon. So we're going to check that out this afternoon. So stay tuned for that. League turnover tomorrow. It is Ultra League and Jungle Cup. So we'll just cover Jungle Cup. Probably keep it pretty late this week on videos just because, Jungle Cup repeat, Ultra League, So probably pretty late this week, and then we'll go from there. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.